Hello everyone and welcome back to River's End, Episode 3. We're going to be focusing mainly on expansion of the colony, including the colony borders and the colonists' numbers themselves. To do this, we need to build guard towers to expand the borders and residences to expand the number of colonists. And while we're doing that, we're also going to get the town hall built, so I have our city center ready to go. Alright, let's get into it. Between episodes, I took away the town hall, and I actually moved it up top. The reason for moving the town hall up top here is due to the fact that when it's at level 5, it is a pretty massive castle. And my brain said a massive castle on top of a hill is going to look 100 times better than a castle just sitting in the middle of a plain. So I moved it up here. We spent the time to build up a quick little retaining wall, essentially around where the level 5 town hall will go to. Its walls should end somewhere in this general area, pretty much all the way around. So it is set to go all the way up to level 5 when we are prepared to do that. And that opens up more space down here for us to put down residences and every other future building. And speaking of the residences, we're actually going to start placing those down now. I want to get a couple residences down so we can get a few more residents in, so we can have another farm built, a courier's hut, and a warehouse. In terms of the residences themselves, I was thinking of going with, residents. I think I was going to go with the alt residence for these. I was thinking of going with the alt residence because I think at level 5, it's massive. However, you can rotate and flip your buildings for the most part, especially in the basic MineColony style, and essentially you can match up the sides of your residences here to where you can have a bunch of them connect together and it looks like you have an apartment block. So I'm thinking we use the alt residence. We'll put down, I think, maybe 6 of them, here in the center. It gives a good central location for all the residences, for all our residents, so they have a decent place to live, essentially. Now that we have more homes, we can now get more colonists in the colony. We actually got 4 more of them. I believe all but 1 have completely grown up. Here, let's go inside and take a look at the inside of the residence. It's a little tight quartered, but understandably so for a level 1 build. A little lacking on decor. Come on, here we go. But all in all, the fact that I was able to line them up and they sit together really well, especially once they are leveled all the way up to level 5, I think is going to make it work very well. And I can continue to make little clusters like this throughout the rest of the colony. During the time lapse, you may have noticed that we had 2 builders going at the same time. That is because we had a second builder's hut built right before I started the builds, just so that these could go up much quicker. So now that we have 2 builders, we can do twice as many buildings. And our poor builder, Hunter, actually ended up perishing after he finished these builds. Oh, there goes our new colonist. Look at him go. So we have technically 2 new builders. So we're gonna put up a few guard towers before we end this to help keep the colonists safe. Let's see. I wanna get these guard towers close to the edges of the border so we can push out our boundaries as they level up. So we want them there with the door facing towards the colony themselves. Just go down 1, we can fill in some dirt there, that's fine. Like it's not all the way on the edge, but it should help us from getting raids from the water, so we shouldn't have to worry about pirates for a bit. So let's place this one down, and we have 2 others placed, and we need 1 more. And we should have a bunch of buildings going up. We have the residences going right now. We just gotta throw down these guard towers. Place the second guard tower over here. We'll have the colony expand on multiple edges. Let's get the level 5 so we actually see what we're working with here. There we go. We want the guard tower post facing inwards. So if you look up at the sides of the towers, you can see where you can actually add in walls that they can essentially patrol along. So it makes sense having the guard tower entrance facing towards the colony. With any luck, we can keep our colonists from getting attacked. Alright, we have multiple guard towers now. Let's get this one set up. It's the same process for all of them. We simply need to find a worthy worker. Looks like Gabriel is going to be our knight. All of them over. Oop. Yeah, I'll have to do some terraforming, that's fine. And every knight needs a sword, so let's grab him a quick sword. Alright, good sir, here is your sword. And you are now ready to protect the colony. I believe he should be set to patrol. Yep. So, with all these guard towers now equipped with guards, and our guards equipped with swords, they should protect our colonists. We shouldn't have to worry about our colonists dying so often. So we now have 4 guard posts in total, with a 5th one that will be built in between episodes. Our colonists should stay alive. I hope anyway. All the towers have guards, and those guards have swords, so we should be good. The colony itself, in terms of its borders, has expanded quite a bit. Let's get a better map up here. There we go. Yep, we have expanded quite a bit, and when the last tower expands out, we'll have even more that we can actually build in. Next episode is going to focus a lot more on getting the colony a little more automated and getting more resources generated. I want to get a fisher's hut set up, I want to get a forester's hut set up, and if possible, a second farm. I want to make sure that our colonists are significantly prepared in terms of food and materials that they need for the basics. On top of that, if I can, I want to get a mine and the warehouse down. The warehouse, everything will be automated in terms of getting materials to builders, food to the cookery here, or tavern, not cookery. But it'll keep our colonists pretty automated for the most part. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed, feel free to subscribe. It's completely free. And I'll see you guys next episode.